millionaire mindset, wealth principle number 4, think simultaneous, not sequential. Here's a big one. Say it with me. Think simultaneous, not sequential. Not sequential. Most people are conditioned to starting early childhood to try progressing in strict linear fashion in single sequential steps. Think of when we go to school, when we go to kindergarten, and then it's what? Grade 1, and then what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 12, and then you go to what? College, university, and then after you graduate, you get a what? Job, right? And then you climb the ladder, and then until you're 65, you... Okay, dead broke? Yeah, retire broke, that's more like it. So you can see we are conditioned from early age to operate in a linear fashion. So when we get into business, we're always looking for, Dan, give me the step by step. How do you do this? Step 1, step 2, step 3. And you think logically that's how business is supposed to work. That's not how business works at all. At all. There's no step. Just because someone succeeded using this process doesn't mean you succeed using the same process. Now, can we learn from the process? Yes, but you got to know enough to figure out, hey, you know what? I like this part, I don't like that part. Forget the step by step. Forget the magic pill. Forget the blueprint. Forget the roadmap. It doesn't exist. Repeat after me. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
That's what it's good. That's liberating. Entrepreneurship by itself, it is about innovation. It's about doing something different. If you're going to do something different, how can there be a roadmap? There are bets like principles that you could borrow. I love that. I love principles way more than like a roadmap. Principles I could follow. Most entrepreneurs are slow sabotage, trapped by limiting belief that there is and should be an order to things. How many believe in that, actually? Believe, honest. Honest. There's got to be more than this. Come on. Okay? A logical movement forward to or upward from step 1 to step 2, step 3, an orderly accomplishment of one thing before the next. Right, Gary? Right? MBA. Right? Millionaires know that that's not how big things get done. We start and juggle many things simultaneously. What's the word? Simultaneous. We create chaos. What do we create? Chaos. And we take massive action. We are comfortable being in chaos. It's a managed chaos constantly. Constantly. We juggle many things at the same time. Let me give you an example. Okay? A lot of people say they would, once I make enough money, then I will save. Then once I make a certain amount of money, then I would invest. That's a what? Sequential thinking, right? No, you're not going to do that. You're not investing now. You make $1 million, you're still not investing. Because you don't have the behavior of an investor. If you're making 1,000, you're not saving $100. You make 10,000, you're not saving $1,000. Can you always find stupid things to spend money on? Right? We all do. We blow money on stupid crap. So we don't have the behavior. So instead of thinking if I make enough, I would have the habit, then I would do it. Sequential thinking. If it's simultaneous thinking, what would you do differently? What would you do differently if it's simultaneous thinking? You're making money, you're saving and investing today. So you develop the habit of investing today. Today. I don't care if you're even in debt. I don't care if it's $2, $5, $10. Put it away. I'm gonna invest that money. Put it in a jar. I don't care. But you develop the habit. How many have heard of Lee Iacocca? Okay. How many don't know who Lee Iacocca is? Fuck. Damn. Okay. Lee Iacocca, one of the greatest executives of our time, one of the greatest leaders, business leaders of our time. How many of you have heard of Chrysler? Thank God. Okay. So when Lee Iacocca at the time in the 80s was hired to turn around Chrysler, at the time Chrysler was near bankruptcy, they need to turn around the company. They bring in Lee Iacocca. Now, sequentially, you would think about logically, Chrysler, is that a big company? Yes? Big elephant. He goes in there, you think sequentially, you cut the expenses and you would reduce losses and you negotiate with creditors and government and regardless of the bailout plan and we design product line, engineer, design. You launch one new product line a year, for X number of years, and then new advertising, marketing, one change at a time, right? Sequentially, if you want to turn around a company. Is that what he did? No. Everybody say, no. He did things what? Not sequentially, but simultaneously. He cut expenses and reduced losses, all happening simultaneously. Negotiate with creditors and government bailout plan simultaneously. Launch new product line minivans. Launch new product line convertibles. Redesign all Dodge trucks. In advertising, introduce radical new warranty. Switch from ads about cars to ads about warranty. In advertising, take roles as a spokesman. All at the same fucking time. Let me tell you a great story. When he was thinking about a convertible at the time, it was a brand new concept. Like, you know what? We gotta launch a new product. Whatever we're making, we're not selling enough. We need a new concept. You would think, in order to, from design, from idea to take it to the market, usually it takes what? Takes what? Takes what? Long time, right? Typical approach. Let's consult with some people, do a focus group, and then we'll brainstorm and see if people like it, and then we'll design kind of rough draft, and then we'll see if people like it, and if they do like it, and bring them back, and we'll design, and have the engineer look at this, and then we talk about the engine, and then we talk about the color. Yes? Is that what he did? No. We went to the manufacturer. He went to his factory. He said, that car right there, give me a chainsaw. He just chainsaw the damn roof. See, we're driving this car out there. If chicks are looking at us, we're making it. That's the whole process. That's it. Cut the roof off, go out there, we're driving. People, oh, well, this is cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, we're making it. That's all the market research that he did. Simultaneous thinking. Okay? So there's no law of sequential. What you want to do is you want to drag the future. What do you want to do? Everybody do this with me. Do this with me. Just drag the future. What's it? Drag the future towards who? You. In the present, no way to catch up at some distant time and place. Drag it to you right now. Sequential, not sequential thinking, simultaneous thinking. Let me give an example from my own life. Simultaneous, what I'm working on in the last 40 days or so, kind of like a partial list. Partial, very partial. Editing a new best-selling book, $1 Million Agents. Cassandra, she knows, right? Working on my book, engineer an Amazon bestseller campaign, sign a licensing deal with an international publisher, launching a new book with Dr. Joe Vitale called The Prosperity Factor, and engineer an Amazon bestseller campaign as well, putting together an advisory board for an online peer-to-peer training platform in the real estate industry, right? Stephen, yeah? Bought a brand new 4,300 square feet home, spoken at 5 events, given 14 interviews, conducted 6 interviews for Shoulder Titans podcast, my podcast, created PowerPoint and presented twice, including this one, right? At VEG, yes? Okay. Negotiating with one of the largest business event promoters, finished writing the script and rehearsal for my TEDx talk in May, created a new sales process at one of my companies, launched a new YouTube channel for my business partner in New Zealand, mapped out growth plan for 2016 for 10 plus company. Does that sound like sequential to you? And it's my partial list. You are doing too little. Way too little. Way too little. So from now on, not sequential, but simultaneous. All at the same time. Yes? Andre?
What's the typical chunk of time that you dedicate to one of these tasks?
I'll go a little bit into that, how I manage my time. I'll go into it a little bit later. I'll answer the question a little bit later. So with these tasks, with different things you're working on, think in terms of chaos, and you're managing your chaos, but more than that is how many of you sometimes feel overwhelmed in your business? Like you're doing a lot of things. Okay, here's a big tip. Make overwhelmed your friend. Overwhelming is good. So from now on, when you feel like at the end of the day you're a little bit overwhelmed, I'm telling you, I feel overwhelmed almost, I will not say every day, but almost every second day I'm working. All the time. So you could say, oh, Dan, I'm overwhelmed. Oh, I'm just exhausted. Or you can link it to a positive and say, I'm overwhelmed, it means I'm growing. It means I'm doing something new. I'm challenging myself. I'm stretching out of my comfort zone. And guess what? If too many weeks go by, you're not overwhelmed, it means what? You're not doing much.
Do you think it's better to take on a lot, be overwhelmed, and maybe make some mistakes than to do too little and do things perfectly?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Progress, write this down, progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. So feeling overwhelmed, think of it, it's a positive feeling. It's not a negative feeling. It is a very positive feeling. It means you're growing. Yes?
What's the project management software you use to manage all of those things?
I wish I have it, Postal notes. You go to my office, it's like a big wall of Post-it notes, different colors. I use pen and paper. Now, that's just my style. Some people like to use different things. Of course, we also use Basecamp and things like that for certain projects. But for myself, for my thinking, because I like to move things around. I will write this, I'll tear that down, and I'll do this. And I like to, this is just what works for me. But find whatever works for you. Some people are very good with Excel spreadsheet, project management, do that. But this is just what works for me.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.